Hey everybody, welcome back to the Grognard's Corner with the original Grognard, Devin himself, sitting here, continuing our playthrough of 1980. I know I had it last video. 87 Pattons Best from Avalon Hill, Solitaire War Game. And if you were watching last video, remember we had some excitement. Had a little Pack 40 that bounced a shell off our turret, and we're lucky it didn't penetrate and kill us and do bad things to us. So we're going to be picking up from there. I want to apologize. There probably was some points last video, where I seemed a bit disjointed and a little bit fuzzy on things. Last couple months have been really stressful around the original Grognard household. I don't want to get into it too much. Just suffice to say that I have a lot of emotional and physical stress going on. So try to keep things a little bit tighter and hopefully get things going a little bit more smoother now that I'm figuring out where everything is at in this Vassal mod and remembering how the gameplay goes. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Last turn we left off. Pack 40 had put a shell into our turret. It bounced off. Thankfully, didn't kill us. The supporting task force decided to smoke it instead of killing it. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. And then there were no random. Oh, the random event was flanking fire that failed to do anything. So then it goes right back to 4.7 battle round sequence, smoke depletion, and then spotting phase, which we don't have to worry about because we already have spotted the only unit on it. Oh, one thing real quick. The machine gun team that backed off and retreated out of the battle, they don't go anywhere else back on the battle board or anything like that. So it's just actually deleted, so they ran away. And who knows, maybe we'll see a machine gun team later on, and that'll be them. Other than that, I think we pretty much got everything correct. So let's go into smoke depletion. So that just gets, whoops, not smoke 2. Okay, there is a brown smoke marker. You'd think it'd be on the back side of that, but evidently there is not. So remember when I said I was trying to get everything to flow a little bit smoother? Well, I guess I kind of lied about that. So let's go ahead and look up counters, crew markers. Smoke. So yeah, decrease, clone, we don't want to clone. Annoying, because that's supposed to flip over to a dark side. Huh. Oh well. I guess we'll just leave it there because smoke is supposed to last for 2 rounds. So I suppose I could start putting down smoke 2s instead, and then down to 1. Yeah, I may have to start doing that. So anyways, still got another round of smoke there. Then we go into hatch segment, open and close hatches, and then order segment. Well, I don't think we're gonna close any of the hatches, even when we're being fired at. Surprisingly enough, that shell bouncing off the turret from the Pack 40 really does no collateral damage. There is a chart where we have the opportunity to have collateral damage. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Actually, where is it? I was just looking at it. Oh, yeah, I think it is orange too. Collateral damage table right here. Surprisingly enough, the shell bouncing off the turret does not, I don't have any rolls on the collateral damage, which I think is a little bit odd, but hey, we're going to go with it. So not going to open up or close any hatches. Now we have the orders phase. Yeah, okay, we don't want to be at close range to that Pack 40. Driver, get us the F out of here. So we are going to reverse. Oops, we did not want to clone that. We're going to reverse to hull down. Assistant driver, let's see what he can do. Fire bow, repair bow, pass ammo. Oops, stop cloning. really not much he can do right now. So he's not doing anything. Gunner is going to fire main gun because the turret is still pointed at that direction. Loader is going to load, and the commander, I am going to direct movement. Basically, since we're going to be moving in reverse, that increases our chances of breaking down. But if I'm directing movement, it decreases our chances of breaking down and increases our chances of actually getting into a hold down position. So that's all the orders. Okay. Then crew actions, conduct crew actions, tank movement, resolve on movement table. All right, so we are reversing to hull down. And this is where we have to break out our charts. Movement tables, effects on Sherman. So we take a look at the chart here. We are reversing to hull down. So these are the numbers we're rolling on. Let's move my dice roll thingy over here. But there are some modifiers. Driver's rating, commander's rating, if I'm directing from an open hatch, which I am. Tank does not have HVSS. Driver is not buttoned up. Not snow, not deep snow, not mud. So basically, it's going to be a dice roll minus my driver's rating and my commander's rating. Let's see, my driver's rating is a 3, commander's rating is a 7, so it's going to be 7 from the dice roll. Roll percent. Okay, now this one we also kind of have to look at what the ones column is, because when we move, an unmodified number rolled on the white die determines the effects of movement on the positions of enemy units as follows. So we got to kind of keep an eye on this dice roll, because the ones column also determines what the enemy movement is going to be, or our relation to the enemy's movement. So we got 59 minus 7, which makes it a 52. We're reversing to hold down. So we did not get to hold down, but there was no accident. So we did manage to reverse, didn't throw a track, didn't bog down or anything like that. The ones number is a 9. We're reversing to hold down. 7 to 9, nothing. Okay, now if you take a look at this chart, reversing to hold down, you'll either get a B or a C, which you take down, look down here, which actually has a chance to move the relation of the enemy forces. Since this kind of uses an abstract system, you're not always going to be able to get what you want happen to the enemy units when you move in relation to yourself. You just hope that it happens. Again, it's an abstract system. However, since I did move, the enemy is no longer acquired, and I no longer have acquisition on the enemy. So we tried reversing. Unfortunately, we didn't quite roll low enough, so it didn't change the relative range or anything. But what we did do is manage to lose our acquisition markers on each other, which in my opinion is a good thing. At least acquisition of the Pack 40 firing at us. All right. Tank main gun fire, so mark off ammo on after action report. Roll to hit on the target correct to hit number for your gun. Mark either hit with HE or AP. And we also have to keep an eye on rate of fire. So since our gunner does have fire main gun and our loader is loading and we are taking rounds from the ready rack, these will all modify our to hit numbers. Oops. Okay, it's going to be on here. So the base to hit, direct fire, 75 millimeter, close range because our relative ranges didn't change. We're looking at a 55. We are not buttoned up, which is okay. The button up modifier applies to the first shot at a new target, which this is not. So we're 55. No acquired target, target not moving, gun crew rating. The gunner is a 4. Okay, we're looking at we're not rotating. It is a 75 millimeter, so it's a plus 20 on the dice roll. So we're looking at plus 16 right now. We are moving. So plus 25 is 40 plus 41. Okay, so we're looking at a plus 41 on the dice roll. And we need a 55 to hit. Yeah, maybe we'll get a rate of fire. 10. Okay. Plus 45 is a 55. No. Ah, crap. I should have wrote it down. Okay, let's go over the modifiers again. Okay. Crew gun rating. Now, I believe that, okay, that's the gunner. So that's a -4 versus a pack 40. We're plus 16. Sherman moving, pivoting, plus 25. 35, 36, 37, 38, 40, 41. Okay, so we did hit. Yes. So we managed to hit. So it's a high explosive hit. And, let's come back here. We are going to probably keep rate of fire. Base rate of fire is a 75 millimeter, is 30 or less, and this is the unmodified to hit roll that we use. Minus the gunner's rating, minus the loader's rating. I think both of those were 4, so that's a -8, minus another 10 if ammo reload taken from ready rack. So yeah, so it's a -18, so we're at a -8, and I need a 30 or less. So I keep rate of fire. So that means I get to shoot again, and you always do all the rate of fires before you actually roll the results. So taking another round from the ready rack for this second shot. Now we got to roll to see if we hit again, and it's going to be the same to hit as before, only this time we get a +10. Oh, was I not adding in smoke? I didn't add in smoke. Doesn't have. Buttoned up, acquired, target moving, gun, rotate, fall, oh, throw through or into smoke. Okay, so I didn't hit with the first one. Okay, so we can get rid of that, but I did keep rate of fire. So, get to roll again. So fire again, 29. Let's see. Yeah, okay, firing it with half, try to take the base number in half. So I need a 22 to hit. That doesn't hit. However, I did get rate of fire. So now we're at target acquired 2. And we're going to fire again, taking another shell from the ready rack. Oh, come on. There we go. And fire again. Now that's going to miss, and that's not going to be rate of fire. I don't know why I was. Oh, yeah, now I know why I was continuing to fire with low chances of hitting, just so I get that acquisition on there. All right. So yeah, my fire reacquired the target a little bit, but the smoke made it really tough for me to see anything. So had the smoke not been there, I'd have hit it a couple times, but smoke was there. Tank MG fire, didn't have any tank MG fire, miscellaneous actions, no miscellaneous actions, and it goes to enemy action phase. And since there's only one unit on the battle board, it's pack 40, so we only have to roll once. So we go to the, oops, not the activation table, enemy action table. And this is in an advanced scenario. So we roll percentile, it's going to be a 71 on the AT gun. Lead tank, so it's going to fire at the lead tank, which is not me, thank goodness. And let's see, there are no notes. Okay, so it's a 75 millimeter at close range, so it's going to have a flat out 68% chance to knock out the lead tank. 68, right on. All right, it's in smoke. Let's see, it should. Yeah, kill numbers are halved for each smoke marker, so he needed a 34. Did not get it, so somehow he lost tracking of us through the smoke, spotted another tank, shot at it, and missed. So that's the enemy action phase. Friendly action phase. Now I got to roll for the task force, what the task force is doing. And I don't know why it keeps moving the card over. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Enemy action, any friendly action right here. All right, so roll 2d for each enemy unit on the field. Let's see, should be a smoke. Yeah, plus 10 for each smoke marker in the target zone. So we rolled 105, which is for, there's the AT gun. AT gun greater than 80, so they smoked it again. So that is actually probably a pretty well dug in gun. They can't get good shots on it, but they can get lots of smoke on it. Great. Even more difficult for me to hit it. All right, and so that's the task force is done. Now, random events phase. Roll on the random events table. A random events table under an advanced scenario right here. I apologize for the yawn. 69. Ah, God. Enemy reinforcement. Activate 1 additional enemy unit for an advanced scenario, 2 for a battle or counterattack. So it's an advanced scenario activation. So we roll on the activation for advanced scenario. It is a 17, which is a truck. I can tell you that truck's probably not going to last real long. All right, so let's find the truck counter. Wehrmacht truck. Put that right there. Now we got to determine where it's located. So we roll for which sector it's in. Roll 1 dice that for 4, so it's going to be in this sector. And then we roll for which range band it's in. 1d10 is 1. Range table, truck. 1 through 3 is close. So you know what? It's in the exact. I'll guess with trucks it really doesn't matter what they're facing because they're just truck. All right, this is probably the truck that's associated with the Pack 40, and we just now spotted it. It's probably hiding behind something. See what type of terrain it's actually in. So 4 vehicle targets. We're in A. It is hull down. All right, so the truck was definitely hiding behind something, and nobody ever spotted it until just now. All right, there we go. And that's the random event. Battle round is now, if the battle board is now empty of enemy units, battle for the area is over. It is not. And so if battle does not end, return to the smoke depletion phase. So we're back to the smoke depletion phase. So that one will get deleted, and that one will get decreased to a 1. Now we go on to open hatch phase. I'm fine with my hatches. And now orders. All right, so we're good with them not shooting at me anymore. So he's going to stop. Let's see, what is the loader going to do? Oh, again, apologize for the yawn. I got sleep last night. I swear I did. Let's see, we went through 2 rounds of high explosive. So mark off 2 rounds of high explosive. Let's see, the loader, what can he do? Can he reload? Okay, he's going to go ahead and restock the ready rack because the ready rack's getting a little bit low. The assistant driver can't really do much with the bow machine gun because I'm not pointed the right direction. Repair, pass ammo, really doesn't do anything. Oh, yeah, okay, so he's going to pass ammo because the loader is not going to be pulling rounds, so the assistant driver is going to be passing ammo. Okay, gunner, fire main gun. And myself, the commander in the hatch, he is going to, where did I put that? Where? Coax, anti-aircraft. He's going to fire the 50 caliber again at the bad guys. All right, so we go into movement. There's no movement. All right, fine, done. Shooting. Okay, so we check. Oh, come on. Okay, we're at close range. Based hit 70 is a 55. We know he's under smoke, so it's going to be a 22. Let's see. -10 for acquired. I'm not moving. Minus gun rating. The gunner is a 4, so we're at a -4. Actually, we're -14 with the acquired. Plus 20 for pack 40, so that we're at a dice roll of +6, and that's all the modifiers. So modifier of +6, roll to 67. Nope, and we are not going to be taking. We don't get to maintain rate of fire. Does passing ammo? Oh, that helps with rate of fire. So we fired a high explosive round. Mark another high explosive round off. All right, and restock the ready rack. That's not yet, I do believe. I think I got to fire off. Yeah, tank machine gun fire. Yeah, that would be under miscellaneous. Okay, so the machine gun, the 50 cal. Some versus infantry targets. We're at a close range. With the anti-aircraft machine gun, it's a base state of 30. My skill rating is a 4, so I'm -4 on the dice roll. No advancing, not pivoting, not in woods, not target is not a building, not an object. So I'm looking at a 15 to hit at -4. Okay. And let's go ahead and mark off. Oops. And that's actually the second time I fired the 50 caliber. Okay, 10 -4 is a 6, which is well under the 15 I needed. All right, so we hit. So what does that do for me? Is that an actual? Oops. Oh, that's right. Oh, that was advancing fire. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a kill. I think that's a hit and a kill. Yeah, roll the base number shown or less to kill. All right. So hey, 50 caliber managed to knock out the pack 40. Ooh yeah, go me. So let's see, as an AT gun. So go ahead and increase that for victory points. Wow, I'm actually impressed with that. But we still got the truck out here. So now we got to figure out what the task force is doing against the truck. Friendly action. Roll 2D 98. And it says a truck. Really? 98? Jeez. Nothing. 1 through 60, nothing. Smoke. They don't even bother to smoke the truck. All right. Okay, so that was friendly actions. And now we have random events. Goes back to random events again. Random event on the advance is a 10. Is friendly artillery. Okay, someone called in artillery, probably to try to take out that FAC 40, but may end up taking out that truck instead. Roll against each enemy unit on the friendly action table. So we go back to the friendly action table, which is right here. We get another chance to knock out the truck. Let's see, is there flanking fire, airstrikes, artillery versus each. Okay, so +10 on the dice roll for each smoke marker. And then another +10. Oh, advancing fire or artillery fire versus vehicles except trucks. So it's just +10 on the dice roll. So basically we need 50. +1, yeah. 105 shell just landed smack dab in the bed of the truck, going kablooey and blowed it all up. And we should probably mark that my ready rounds are back up to full. All right, well, let's see. The random events table. If the battle board is now empty of enemy units, which it is, the battle for the area is over. Flip the resistance marker over, record its capture, and return to prepare for battle. So basically that gets flipped over to US control, and now we are back to prepare for battle, which is all the way back here. Just determine your tank's deployment from the deployment table. So we got to see what position our tank is in. Okay. Still got to figure, you know what, I got to figure that. I got to figure out what we have to roll to see if we're the lead tank. Because that's kind of important. You know what? Let me pause the video real quick and I'll be right back to figure out what it takes for us to be the lead tank. All right, I think I got figuring out how to the lead tank right here on the deployment table. If your tank is deployed in either moving or hold down, mark it on the battle board with the appropriate marker. If the number you roll is within the range of numbers under the column lead tank, your tank is also lead tank for the formation. So it looks like if you roll a 57, or yeah, if it's just a 57 or a 91 to 100, you're the lead tank. Best I can figure out. So we're going to go with that. So roll the dice. Let's see, 90. Okay, we are not the lead tank. However, we are moving. So let's go ahead and rotate that. And go ahead and mark with a moving marker. Remember, we were stopped last turn. Or last battle, at the beginning of the last battle phase. Okay, mark any open hatches, mark the round in the main gun, place the tank and turret in direction desired on the battle board, position commander, loader, spotter markers on the battle board. So if you remember, loader was out good that way. We're going to put the commander since the hatch is open, because if you can tell, the driver and the assistant can look out the front. The gunner, turret front only, the loader, any one sector, commander, any one sector. So we've already got 3 guys that can look out the front. So we're going to have the loader this way and the commander this way. That will give us at least one roll to every sector that we come across. Okay. Place US control markers. We already did that. Okay. Determine start area. We already did that. Determine exit, we already did that. Check one adjacent area for enemy strength. All right, so basically, if you remember, we're trying to get from area 10 to area 5. And I think what we're going to do is we're just going to keep going along the road. So we're going to keep going along the road, and this sector here is the next one we're going to be moving into. So we're going to need to check the resistance there. All right, so that's light resistance for the day, and we roll. We're going to add +2 because we're moving in, or it is a sea terrain area which is built up, or an urban. So 38, or actually 38. We roll 1d10. Let's roll that over. 2, 3, 4. For being a sea area, so the expected resistance in the next zone we're going to be moving into is light, and we like that. So we're not going to call any artillery, we're not going to call in any airstrikes, we're not going to rearm or anything like that. We're just going to go ahead and move on in, and that, time-wise, let's see, I believe that's only 15 minutes. Time use table. Enter new area on improved road. 15 minutes. So it's only going to add another 15 minutes. So basically we've only had 45 minutes and we've already moved. You know, we're moving into our 3rd zone so far, which is actually pretty good. All right, so now we have to see if we actually do have contact in here. Resistance, it's going to be a combat occurs on an 8+, but since we're moving into a sea area, urban, and Germans love to ambush from in cities and urban areas, we have to add +2 to the dice roll. So we get a 6 + 2 is an 8, which is what the combat occur number is. So we are going to be going into combat. So now we have to determine what we're running into. But this is light resistance this time. The last area we're in had medium resistance. So let's go ahead. So we roll. There's going to be two people or two targets in here. Targets. Two enemies in here. Roll for the first one is the 77. Is going to be an anti-tank gun. Freaking wonderful. And the second one is going to be an OT-5, which is, oh, good God, a self-propelled gun. You remember what I was saying about not having to need AP ammunition loaded? Yeah, well, we may need some. All right, so let's clone that one, and let's clone that one. Now we got to figure out where they are, so let's go ahead and I'll roll both of them. We'll go for the anti-tank gun first. 5 is going to be in this sector. Place that right there for now. And the self-propelled gun is going to be 6, which is this sector. Now we have to see how far out they are. What range band. A vehicle target in C. Oops, that's not the one. Range table. AT gun. And it's the area type dice roll modifiers -3 because we're in urban built up. So we got a really good chance of the tank gun being right on top of us again. 1 -3 is negative. Yeah, that's going to be at close range. Wonderful. And the SPG is going to be 4 -3 is 1 is also going to be at close range. Great. We're moving into this little village and pop! They're right in our face. Wonderful. So now, don't think we roll for facing yet. Activate enemy units according to the activation. Place enemy units, which we did. Resolve advancing fire, arty, or airstrikes. Roll for possible ambush. Yep, it's an ambush. If ambush occurs, consult enemy action table for each present enemy unit. So we got an anti-tank gun. Oh, come on. Did I move it? I moved it. Okay. Anti-tank gun, which is going to be right here. Let's see what it does. Let's see. It's an ambush. So it's a note of 2, so I add 20 to the dice roll. So 94 is 104. AT gun is going to fire at the lead tank again. And let's see, we got 75 L, so it's a lead tank, 52 to kill. 88 misses the lead tank. Yay. And now the SPG. Roll to see what the SPG does. Again, it's an ambush, so it is a note 1, which is only a +10. It is a 57, which is moves back. All right. So they will move back to medium range. They don't like being right up front and right up close with everybody. Now, since the gun fired, I don't think I have to roll to reveal what it is yet till it's spotted. Yeah, you're right. I should have rolled to try to figure it out because I was just going off of it, assuming it was a Pack 40. So we need to roll what type of anti-tank gun it is. 16. Actually, 1d10, not percentile. 2, which is a 50, so it's a Pack 38. So that actually makes sense. We don't have to. We can actually delete that and bring the counters up. So Pack 38. That's a lot better than the Pack 40 I was facing a little while ago. And it still wouldn't, let's see, the Pack 40, if the Pack 30, or the Pack, if rolling as a Pack 40, it didn't hit, I doubt this will hit. So yeah, 50 millimeter. Oh, yeah. Needs a 15. Yeah, I don't think we've got too much to worry about from them. Okay, so now we go into crew action phase. Driver is going to, we were moving. We're going to stop. The assistant driver, let's see, oops. He's not going to do anything. Is there anything for changing gun load? When does the exact, okay, movement, mark off ammo. Okay, so looks like I can't change gun load until after I fire. So he'll go ahead and change gun load. Gunner's going to fire the main gun. And stop that. Things would probably go a little bit smoother if Vassal wouldn't give me such headaches and issues. We're going to go ahead and direct fire because I don't think I want to burn off ammunition because I've only got like 4 shots left with the 50 caliber at the Pack 38. So okay, there we go. I think we've got stop. Assistant driver's not doing anything. He's going to change the gun load. He's going to fire the main gun. All right, so we're going to go ahead and fire. Oh, spotting. Crap, I can't even do anything unless I've spotted them. Okay, spotting table. Can't believe I forgot that. Spotting down. Yeah, spotting table. Okay, crew member. Okay, so we're starting with over here, the loader trying to spot the Pack 40. Okay, not buttoned up, not copula. When does spotting take place? Ambush, smoke depletions, spotting before orders. All right, so technically the vehicle is still moving because I haven't stopped yet. So +1. Oh, that's right. I should have rolled what the vehicle or what the terrain types they were in. This is why you follow the flowchart, boys and girls. All right. That was the range, terrain type. We're in C. So 3. Okay, so woods. No, 3 is building. For AT guns, building equals open terrain except for 44, 245. All right, so the AT gun is open, or is in the open. The vehicle target's probably, in the middle of the street. Okay, the Stug is 9 to 10, moving in the open. So he gets a moving in the open marker as well. Actually, he backed up because of, did he put a moving marker on him? No. He was moving, but the random action, he moved backwards. Actually, I don't think you don't put a moving marker on him if they moved. Should probably check that. Or I could spend 20 minutes looking through the rules. We're just going to say he's not moving. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But just for expediency. Now, spotting. Okay. Okay, the roll is equal to less than the crew member's rating. We know the driver has a rating of 3. 10, he's not going to say. Oh, actually, let's see. 9 or 10, target not spotted, but there's also a sub-marker of 2. Unmodified rolls are 9 or 10, always mean the target is hidden view from its current position, and spotting is impossible. So that vehicle, or that anti-tank gun, I can't see at all, period. Just from whatever position that my vehicle is in relation to it. It may be a block over, maybe behind a building, who knows. All right, so now we've got out the front, which is going to be the driver, the assistant driver, and the gunner. So those 3 are going to go ahead and check. And they've got really low numbers. So let's go ahead and roll, see if first one, 1, 2, 3. All right, the 3, which was off of the, we'll just go in order. which would be the driver. And the driver's skill number is a 3. Okay, but let's see. The driver is not buttoned up. The Sherman is moving. So yeah, that would be a 4. And it's not a close range. And, oh, the target is moving. We said it wasn't moving, so we're going to stick with that. So he doesn't spot anything, and then looking over here with my commander, he doesn't spot anything either. Okay, that was spotting. Then we do the command orders, which you just did. Now we're actually going to go ahead and shoot. So we're shooting at the self-propelled gun at medium range with high explosive. This will end well. Okay, vehicle targets. Medium range, base hit is a 55. Let's see, we're not buttoned up. No acquired. Target moving. Said the target wasn't moving. I've got to check that. So crew gun rating, -4 for the gunner. And I'm the commander is at the directing, so he gets to add in it as well. So it's a grand total of -8. And it is the Stug, since we haven't identified it. Oh, I can't even shoot at it. There's nothing for me to shoot at. I haven't spotted it. So basically, everything I went through for the command orders did nothing, other than I'm no longer moving. All right. So then, since my actions are done, it's enemy action phase. So let's see what the Pack 50 goes ahead and does. All that to figure out I couldn't shoot at it anyways. Oh, but you know what? I did have the command change gun load. So we do have armor piercing loaded now. So that's good. All right. Let's see. What are the bad guys going to do? So anti-tank gun first. We've got an 80. It's going to go ahead and fire at the lead tank again. It's at close range, so it needs a 15. Nope, it doesn't do anything. And then the anti-tank gun, self-propelled gun, 68. Fires at any tank with a nomenclature of 4. Fires at your tank instead if you're firing at its front. If you're firing at its side or rear, it moves back. I'm not firing at it, so it fires at another tank in the formation. And it's considered a 75L until we actually get it identified. Medium range is a 40. 94, it misses as well. All right, so that's them. Now we have friendly action with the rest of the task force. They're firing at the Pack 40. We've got an 87 at the anti-tank gun, so they end up smoking it. These guys like loading out lots of smoke. And we're going to decrease that to a 2, even though we can't see it until we move. And firing at the unknown self-propelled gun. We've got a 49. Actually, we have to? I guess we just assume it's a Stug until we actually identify it. So 49 is 1 to 30, 90, nothing, and there's no modifiers. So that's all for friendly action, and now we go on to enemy action, friendly action, or random events. Roll it. 68 under advance is enemy reinforcement. Crap. All right, so what do we have show up? Roll on the activation table. It is a 73. It is a PSW SPW. So let's actually see what it is. 7 is going to be a SPW, a Sparwagen. So let's go ahead and get the counter out for that. Half track, really, not really so much a Sparwagen. And let's see, let's got to roll what zone it shows up in, what vector. 7, which is going to be right here. And the distance is 9. Let's see, SPW is a 9, which is going to be long, but it's a C-class area we're in, so it's -3, so it's a 6, so it's actually a medium range. And the type of terrain it's in, or its state, is an 8. Vehicle C8 is open, and no modifiers. So it is out in the open, and the Stug is out in the open. But I haven't spotted it yet. And that basically ends that round, and I've gone on long enough. So I think it's probably a good point to cut it here. Hopefully everybody's kind of getting an idea how the flow of the game goes. Oops. Start off on the battle board, decide an area that you want to check out for enemy resistance, decide if you want to hit it with artillery or airstrikes, or restock, move in, mark off how much time it takes you to move in, figure out if the enemy is actually engaging, place the enemy units, you spot, you do your actions, or nominate your actions, conduct your actions. Each enemy unit does an action, the entire task force does an action, random event, and then goes back around to the top and starts over again. So that's what we got. Yeah, hopefully this went a little bit smoother and people understood things a little bit better. And we'll go ahead and cut it here. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms in the comment section. I'll talk to everybody later. See ya.